We are going to start off today's episode with a time lapse of this area right behind my head. Let's go. Welcome to episode 9. We are preparing for our big map like we talked about last time. And let me just catch you up on what you just saw there in that time lapse. Quite a lot of digging and quite a lot of change is coming. So as you can see here, I decided to just take a break and catch you guys up since my shovel is nearly broken there. 180 started at almost full strength. So what we're thinking here is that before, when there was a hill that was equal the height of this that you guys just saw me chop down, it was going to be a really aggressive elevation change from up here to get all the way down there. And what I'm thinking is that the developed part of the village where sort of all the business is going to be up top. And as you slowly make your way away from the bridge, which will be the center of the village will become less and less populated. So then I was thinking once you cross that land bridge that used to be there, it would go down and into sort of a farmland, more rural section of the village. And when I started thinking about doing tiered farmland, sort of like Machu Picchu, if you're familiar with that down in South America, some tiered farmland to get down, I was thinking that up there to down there was just too aggressive of a slope. So I knocked that whole hill down, transferred the land bridge down to this next level, and then we're going to use this as our center base to put like a little farmhouse on, and then have wheat fields and sort of like rivers and ponds snake their way all the way down this gradual incline here. So slowly start to put like small cliff sides in and then tiered landscape that makes its way down with a path that snakes its way all the way down. Then once we get to here, we'll taper cliffs back into the sections below so that it all fits back in. So same thing on this side. It'll tier down and we'll bring these platforms all the way over and then tier the landscape back so that it looks like a river almost cut through, and we've got protruding cliffs as well as receding cliffs. It's going to be really nice, and especially on the map, when we make that new map for episode 10, I want to have all the wheat be growing in the path blocks in. So this will be a project that we both start and finish in this episode. We are going to be starting off today's episode, or in the middle, wherever Johnny decides to put his, building a creeper farm. Finally going to get some gunpowder so that we can finish off our rocket building, our rocket factory. It's going to go in that cove right behind us there. A little sneak peek from Johnny's head that he just threw up on the side of that mountain. Um, of exactly where it's going to go. So it's going to fit right inside that cove. It'll already be dark, and it'll facilitate sort of the delivery of all the gunpowder as well, because it's already close to not only the reeds that come out way down below there, but also um, the bamboo that flows right beneath us. So no fancy time lapses today, but a little building montage to get you guys started. And we'll check in every now and again when we're at a good stopping point to explain what we're doing. Let's get after it. So here it is. Yeah, the creeper farm. We can take a look back from where we started if our server decides to keep up.
And the trapdoors under here are to catch lava. So we'll have 4 lava streams going down through like the middle, and that will light up all the platforms, and it will be an easy way to turn it on and off.
Yeah. So lava will cascade down from the top and run through all and then get caught on the bottom so it doesn't turn our water pool into a cobblestone generator. And that'll be that. So it'll be nice and tucked away. I'm thinking we do some type of like fuel cell looking thing. So we might head back to the end, get some end rods, because that sort of fuels our flight. So make it look like some sort of storage tower, fuel cell type thing. A little bit more modern than all these other builds around it, but then still tie in some details, so wood supports and maybe a wood base, things
Be
like
like a
that.
be like an alien tech that this civilization took over.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And then the creeper face to mark that the aliens are maybe the creeper race. But it's working. So I mean, it's a positive, and we only died like a couple times.
Oh, good. I left and came back. I don't have to look at it all.
Uh, do my artificial zoom. Throw the FOV all the way
Uh, my artificial zoom.
up. You just fly in. Uh,
So right now we don't actually have it hooked up, but we just have a storage system hooked up. We already have 24 gunpowder. Woo woo. Uh, we have been lighting up all the caves around too, and dark spots.
yeah, you
So that's
guys.
helped a lot.
I recorded a little bit of that on my video, so
I have
you
little
guys would
torch
have already
placements.
seen that. But
Let's see. I might have actually gotten my death song.
on camera,
Yeah,
yeah, you can see
might
the
might put
torches
that in there.
all the way down below here. So that'll increase the rates as well, which will be really nice. Um,
Probably make some more stacks of torches off camera. Run around caves and any other dark spots we find.
but yeah, I mean, it's really putting out creepers now. I mean, probably 3 or 4 every 20 seconds or so.
We did have to kill a lot of Endermen
Yeah,
because for, for some reason, these dark spaces down here that are now light, the torches, they like just like as you can see, they like being down there with the all the blocks being rambled around. But also like sometimes they just find a hole and there's like 25 of them in that hole just chilling. So if you take a stray look over, you have a whole squad coming after you. Pretty scary.
yeah, and I died once to a squad of Endermen. Johnny died once to a squad of Endermen. So, and we have no idea why that happens. Initially, we thought that it was because we are in a flower forest, that somehow like their spawn rates increase in a flower forest. But we've tried it on other worlds, and it's not the same. So who knows about amplified and something weird that happens with an amplified world, but pretty unique. All right. Did I finish the project? The answer is no. Am I close to finishing the project? The answer is yes. So I've gotten a lot of the tiers going. You can see I've sort of divided up the land. I've built a farmhouse. We'll get a closer look at that in a second. And then the pathway you can sort of see right there. It's going to come down. There will be a little one that snakes in here. That'll be a more of a garden than a farm. and then it'll continue down this way. This will be more of like a waterscape through here, and then this will be some more wheat down on the very end. So there's some walls here that match a design that Johnny came up with. We'll get a closer look here in a second, but this is the overall view. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of terraforming to do that I might not get done before episode 10. We'll see. But you guys can see from here, I think, that it's just a big platform. So there's another um, area underneath there. It's completely dark. Got sort of dicey in there a couple times when I fell through. But then on this side, it's a little more integrated. So you can actually fall down here and climb your way back up. But let's take a closer look up top. So this will be a spot for cattle down here and livestock. So sheep, cows, pigs, maybe some chickens too will be down there. So you might be able to hear the monsters down below me now. So this will be more wheat, like I said, or more the waterscape portion. This will be more wheat down below. And then up here is the normal garden, and then I have to put in some steps here so that you can get up to these wheat fields. Otherwise, those are inaccessible right now. So the last portion here that you can see up top is the wheat, and then in here is the farmhouse. So I've got a little trough here with an infinite water source so I can keep refilling. I'm going to sort of clear out the back of this to make it a little bit more like a homely garden space with some walls that holding this hill back. And then the farmhouse got a little portico here that sticks over. These are campfires, but I just put them out so that you can get this nice texture underneath. This is nice land that I'm going to landscape as well for episode 10, but I'm running out of time, so this will be as far as this project gets for this episode, but for sure it'll finish in the next episode. If we go inside, I did do a complete interior, so we've got a small workstation here with a stone cutter, a little jungle or acacia sapling inside of the flower pot, nice little countertop table here. Some furnaces, just if I needed to smelt anything. Haven't really used them yet. Couch with a nice little table here. Can't really sit on it. It's not really functional. It's just here for aesthetics. Had to fill in the gap here. And then a nice little bed that tucks in behind it. So a nice cozy space. Got some paintings in here. For farming things. And then nice ample window space. So you can look out into the gardens around. There'll be little ponds and stuff in this spot as well. All the floorboards are spruce and barrels, so that I can use the barrels for storing things. Got a couple extra things here from building the farmhouse, and then these are some extra things that I've been collecting from the tiered system. So then this is the back door, comes outside, so on and so forth. So, oops, missed. Get up on top of the roof here, and then look down onto the tiered system. So pretty cool. I like it. These are it's coming along, and it's gonna look really nice once it's all together, and especially when you see it from the sky on the map. It'll be a nice change in color, pixel by pixel, since the map is so big and the village isn't as big as that. But yeah, tiered system's coming along great. And let's take one last look at the creeper farm that we worked on earlier in the episode. Alright, couple key differences here. One, you can see the lava flowing from the top to the bottom. So Johnny installed those so that we can turn the farm on and off. So when those are on, it lights up the platforms completely, thus stopping any mobs from spawning, helps with lag on the server, we're working on other things, or the storage becomes overloaded with um, too much stuff, too much gunpowder, then we can just turn it off for now until we get it figured out. Still have to swap out the stone for ice, but that's coming along. We used moss carpets because it turns out that they're not flammable. So we were using normal carpets before, but as the lava came through, it could actually catch the carpet on fire, and then all of our carpet would burn, and we'd start getting spiders again. So that's the finished product for now. Episode 10, we'll probably put a casing on it, or maybe 11, just because it's functional now. It's not perfect, and it's not hyper efficient, but it works. And Johnny was the one who wrapped that up for us. The last little bit to cover here is in my mailbox. So Johnny always leaves me some things that he's stumbled upon or that he's found that he'd like to share with me. Little snippets. He left my wings in there. I saw the big box of carrots that he left initially. Today he mentioned that he left some other things that'll help me close out the episode, make a fairly big announcement. Has to do with these, the azalea bush, the flowering azalea, and the moss block. So if any of you are paying attention closely, that means we have officially updated the server from 1.16 to 1.17. So that comes with a moss block, a lot of different stone variants, and things of that nature. So we've updated, and that allows us to get the moss block, some more trees, different leaves, different block variants. So we're going to start incorporating that into our builds, as well as the moss carpet. We didn't pick that up during the creeper farm segment. So we're going to be looking to find some geodes in the upcoming episodes, as well as sort of starting to use the spyglass just for fun, and then incorporating tough ones into our builds so that we can just create a greater variety of textures, especially in the stones. So that'll be a really good addition to these clips that I've been working on lately. So appreciate you guys watching this episode. This is where I'm going to end it today. I thank you guys for all the support. Just make sure that you like the video if you've made it all the way to the end. Subscribe if you're not already. And make sure you go check out Johnny's channel, because he's working on some really cool stuff behind his house that I'm not sure he's shared yet, and I don't want to leak. So his channel's always linked at the end of my videos. So click on his profile picture and go check out his latest episode. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.